welcome everybody to our 2022 Simcenter community meeting. We're really excited that all of you have decided to join us today. And let me just start. First of all, I'm Sanjay Govinji. I'm the PI for the center and also the co-director along with Greg Deerline, who you'll hear from later today. So just start maybe a little bit about what the goals for today are. So we sort of have a couple of goals. For first is basically just introduce you to who are the players in the Simcenter officially, so you know people that you can reach out to. And then we'd like to help you understand the status of the software that we have developed in the first part of the Simcenter's funding, years 1 through 5. And then we'll take a few minutes to try and articulate what are the goals for years 6 through 9, so the next 4 years that we have just started. So that will sort of be the informative parts. And then we're going to, that are just sort of informational giving, but then we're going to kind of move on to this community engagement opportunities, tell you about some of the opportunities that are out there for education, and then for directly working with us on research. And really, we're hoping to initiate a two-way conversation between you and the Simcenter, and really looking to develop collaborations on simulation natural hazards engineering. So those are kind of the high-level goals for today. Hopefully those match up with what you signed up for. I think will be a nice, fun, informative, about 2.5 hours. So we appreciate your time, and I think it will be really useful for you. So, but before sort of getting into Simcenter kind of stuff, I'd like to invite Gianluca from the National Science Foundation. He's in the CMMI program, and in particular the ECI component of that. And he's going to say a few words about sort of the NERI vision. So NERI is the program within which the Simcenter is funded. And I'd like to turn the floor over to him for about 5 minutes to discuss the NERI vision and let everybody sort of understand the bigger picture.
My name is Gianluca. I joined NSF in August, so it's been just about 5-6 months in this role. I still continue my research at Northwestern. I'm just a rotator, so I'll be staying in NSF for a few years and then go back to my academic life. I work within the ECI program, where the other program directors are Dr. Polsky, who is also the one that has really the leadership of all the NERI facilities and the NERI research, and Giovanna Biscontin, who deals with coastal engineering and geotechnical engineering and geomechanics. My portfolio is on structural engineering and infrastructure materials of any kind, anything that you can put in structures. I want to have a slide. Can I share? I guess I can share. Right?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah. So, do you see the NERI slide? Is that what you see?
Yes.
Or,
yeah.
Okay. So this is the overall NERI system. NSF has invested over the last 10-15 years in a number of these facilities. Some of these facilities were some carry over from the NEAS program, but NERI is much more than what it was NEAS. Of course, there is the wind component and many other things, including the Simcenter, which is a very important part of all these of the system. And as you can see here, there are many different sites of the NERI system. Everything is coordinated by the Network Coordination Office at Purdue University. The Simcenter, of course, it's UC Berkeley. There are Community Infrastructure Center at the University of Texas, Austin. There are a number of facilities that deal with wind, the one at Florida International University, University of Florida. We have Lehigh University that has the facility on hybrid simulation that is one of the important facility that we have seen growing in the last 10 years. And the shake table at UC San Diego is currently undergoing an upgrade. So they are upgrading with 16 million in funding from NSF, from 1 degrees of freedom to 6 degrees of freedom. This upgrading was, of course, delayed because of the pandemic, but they are really now close to be completed. Hopefully, in the next few months, probably March or April, they will start doing some initial testing there. There are centrifuge at UC Davis. There is this University of Texas Austin also has the mobile field shakers facilities, Wave Basin and Flume at Oregon State, and the National Hazard Reconnaissance Equipment, so drones and all drone related at University of Washington. And last but not least, the Extreme Event Reconnaissance Coordination at University of Colorado Boulder. So the NERI program encompasses a lot of things that deals with natural hazards. And we really want at the NSF and the ECI program to see those facilities used in our grants and in our projects. So we do encourage all the PIs to really think hard when you write proposal and make sure that you take advantage and contribute to all these NERI centers. So particularly, of course, the Simcenter, and particularly for my portfolio, I deal a lot with computational mechanics proposal, and I encourage all the PIs to really take advantage of all the opportunities that the Simcenter provides the community with. The NSF and the ECI program strongly supports the entire NERI program, and particularly the Simcenter. I particularly am very close to whatever you guys are doing, being my background mostly in computational mechanics and applied mechanics. So this is what I have. If there is any question, of course, feel free to ask. I'll be staying around here. So if you also want to send chats of something specific, I'd be happy to reply. I'll probably stay for a couple of hours. I don't know how long it's going to run, the workshop's going to run, but I'll be around. Thank you.
Let me go ahead and just take a brief moment to sort of let everybody know who the Simcenter team is. So you know people that you can reach out to. You'll recognize names of people that are in your subdiscipline. Those are probably your first points of contact. But let me just start with sort of the leadership team. There's myself and Greg Deerline are the co-directors of the center. And then the other co-PIs of the center are San Kareem, Laura Lowe's, and Satish Rao. The people that I think are really important for people to know about in particular are the Chief Technology Officer, Frank McKenna, who's really in charge of software, Matt Schottler, who's the Associate Director of Operations, and Adam Zarnowski, who's the Associate Director for Research Outreach. So Adam, in a way, is a good person to reach out to if you have research that you want to get done, and he can kind of direct you to the right person within the Simcenter to get things started. So this is sort of the leadership team. The next part of the team that's super important is the programming team. So there are 9 people in this team, and there are 3 hires underway to fill this out. And these are all postdoctoral researchers for the most part, though the couple of research professors and professors here in this team. But these are the people that really maintain the software and develop it. And these are people that you would work with directly to say if you needed new features or help using various pieces of software. This team is backed by 21 faculty experts in various areas of natural hazards engineering. You'll see a lot of faces and names that you probably recognize from your subfield. And so these are people you can also reach out to kind of get started with the Simcenter. And I won't read all the names because there are 21 people here, but these are the people that are backing the technical details of the software that we develop. So this is the team. So with the faculty experts, the programming team, and the leadership team of the center. So that kind of gives you a super quick overview of who is involved in the center.